Champion is going to come into her own. So whether or not they can make that work, a lot of this onus in this game is going to be on PP God and on Mole if fire there. But Huanfeng very much an early game AD carry on this Kalista. So fights like this Herald right now that you can see Huanfeng moving towards could be where Suning excel.
Well, they're able to get the charm, but just punch in the back line, use the Emperor Survive to be able to get away on, pulled back in with the Fate's Call to be able to get the knock if they need to on a way who had flashed away to barely survive. Flash coming in from Trigger 2. PP God had to flash. 3 flashes are now blown. PP God has a blast gun, but is he going to be able to get to it? He can! It's first blood coming in from SOFM. Bull taking a lot of damage, forced to flash 2, barely surviving.
Did you see that? SOFM micros, so he stood on top of the blast cone. Instead of going with Mole on the blast cone, he says, you don't get to use the 20% win rate when they're ahead at 15 minutes. But the thing is, they use that Rift Herald to get that 15-minute lead, and Mole's been caught.
Yeah, Mole, you don't even have flash. SOFM, second kill of the game, pretty easily to slice
that bar. So if a fight does happen, if he's able to get boomerangs out,
looks like Ragnarok was popped, so both of them trading ults back and forth. PP God for SOFM. It's going to be putting a lot of damage onto that Olaf. But again, with the Gore Drinker, he's always able to heal up so fast and going to be able to get right back onto these objectives where V5 feel that they're forced to contest this, forced to fight back. But I feel like you give up this objective. You don't even try to fight because SOFM, not only does he get the objective, but they have been about to go Mega. You had to flash away to be able to survive. Flash comes in to be able to get the charm, but it's not really going to be able to do too much, especially when no one else is able to jump to the backline. Not with PP God getting the heroic entrance canceled out of On. Now the fight comes in from Victory 5. They got a lot of damage onto SOFM, a lot of damage on to Huanfeng, and here's Angel. No, he's not going to be able to get that Emperor Survive like you would have wanted.
They only got 1 kill onto On, which isn't the most consequential kill anyway. So all things considered, not quite as impactful as they would have liked. But this Herald is up. Oh, there's the Herald we wanted.
Jump was canceled away. SOFM might be able to run him back as there's going to be TP coming in from Angel. They might just look for this dive. They blocked down PP God, getting a lot of damage coming in from Angel underneath the turret. Not really a safe place for you. That's going to be the kill given over to Ben.
Yeah, this feels like a slow burner. As
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't win that matchup anymore. Sorry, bud.
Yeah, it's I guess that's that. He's got some armor, you've got some lethality. Not much you can do about that one. Now in the top side they go as the siege begins.
They might be able to go for the side. They gotta be careful of Mole on the other side if he's able to get that charm like he did before. They have backed out of this one, realizing that that is a threat. Instead, they're going to be able to take more of the jungle away from Victory 5, and this might be where they want to be able to make the play. Not having to worry about the turret, giving over a red buff to Huanfeng so that now this Kalista is going to be able to do a lot of damage. Though they did try to contest it with that blast cone, it just feels like Victory 5 are grasping for straws here. They even have the TP being burned from Longxing. They got the charm, but it was only on to On, who's drawn back in with that Fate's Call. Wei had to be able to flash away, but they got the double knock if they needed to, and they got a huge Nora into the wall, and they are eviscerating Victory 5. This might even be a clean ace if they're able to chase down Longxing, chase down Mole, but they will be able to survive to tell another day. But that means the Baron is going to be Suning's.
Yeah, Bin sends him to the landfill. Beautiful.
Ooh, Angel. Nice try, nice try.
Well, that happened. Angel with the biggest flop of the season so far. All right, I don't know what's happening in this game anymore.
Neither do I. SOFM's dead. Longxing's dead. Everyone's dead. It's all doom and gloom, but Suning still get the ace.
Clear this wave from a distance. V5 don't get to do what they want. Bin.
Longxing not locked down to 5 wallop. Instead, though, he's just going to be dove clinically by SOFM to be able to get the kill. Victory 5. They're cut off from their own base. Wei had to use collateral damage to be able to escape. He even got the buster shot onto On, who didn't get the flash over the wall, but it doesn't matter because he's going to be able to get a huge entrance in with that heroic entrance, getting a double knock-up. Wei's already gone. PP God going to be the next target. Angel looking to see if he can chase down these members to be able to get more kills since they already got the cow. And now that they locked down on this tier 2 turret, Mole, he can't do much. He's trying his best. There it is, the ace, and it's clean finally from Suning.
Oh, this is brutal. This is absolutely brutal. 12,000 gold lead now with Suning just run it home. It's easy fights for them. Every single time Bin is about to hit Mega Nard, they find the perfect way to start the fight. Lanxing caught at this time, but they're able to snowball it into more. V5 were desperate to trade something for the Drake. They tried to overcommit to the tier 1, and Suning punished them, not just with a couple of kills, but with the entire game.
Oh, and they are looking to pad the KDAs too. I love seeing that. They got a huge burst of damage. There it is, getting a couple more kills on the way out. Game 1 going over to Suning.
Beautifully done here by Suning. And a very Orianna ult combo with the Moonlight Vigil to follow up. Like, on paper, that looks great. I don't hate the composition when you take away the nameplates. But when we remember that this is V5, the team that has a 0% win rate when they're behind at 15 minutes, I don't know if full scaling composition is the answer. And hopefully, this is not the typical V5. So yes, there is a ginormous jungle lead in favor of SOFM. As the Dragon is started by V5. Let's rejoin this conversation in a minute, because I think we're going to fight.
You just leashed that for them. And so FM's like, thank you very much, even though there might be a 4v4 fight.
Levels up.
Look at Angel. The flash comes in to be able to get the shockwave onto him with that death sentence. They get first blood, but they have lost the Ocean Dragon on. Going to be able to belly flop away from that one. SOFM might have to flash over the wall. He's waiting this entire time.
Where the Drake is spawning and then move towards the bot tower or the mid tower. Here we go, pick.
God, had to flash away, and here comes Weiwei with the TP as well. They got to be careful of Lanxing. That's why they all flash away, not wanting to keep the fight going. The flash coming in from On to be able to stay safe. Looks like V5 will be able to control this Dragon Pit, control this bottom quadrant of the map with the help of that Rift Herald charging in mid.
So huge swing now in favor of V5. Huanfeng still on the top half of the map. SOFM is up there with him. They're committing to try and trade tier 2s. The Herald will get the tier 2 in the mid lane as Huanfeng, he's got a lot of work to do to finish the tower in the top side. V5 will also get a Drake off the back of this one. They could also look towards the bot tier 1 potentially. I don't know if they quite have the damage to take that one down as well. But this is a really, really good swing for V5. I like this build out of Huanfeng considering the opponents he's up against.
Right now, Suning, looking for the pick on to PB. They blow him up. So much for being a tank.
And this is what I was talking about with On the Gragas. When it comes to using that ult effectively, On has been on point multiple times this game already. He's found really good ultis. They've not been able to follow up on those ultis until just now, but that is exactly what he's able to do. And now, Suning V5 don't get that clear 5v5 team fight that their composition wants.
Looking for the flank, wanted to be able to get into the back line. He's enough of a threat. He's scared. Going to be able to get the double knockup, and Bin is a bit too squishy. Trying to be able to survive. The Eclipse is not going to be enough to be able to keep him alive, but Weiwei taking a lot of damage coming in from Huanfeng on the other side. The flash away from Lanxing to be able to survive the fight, but they're chased off. They're all followed up by the killer instinct, but Huanfeng dies immediately upon impact. PP God, who died at the beginning, has been able to respawn, chase down Angel. Lanxing helping out with Weiwei nearby, gonna be able to get that fair slap kill on the Victor.
And this is exactly what we talked about with V5's composition. If you run into them, if you just consistently run at this team, they will kite you and take you down. I was worried for them when the ult combo of Lanxing and Mole was on cooldown, but it didn't matter because SOFM goes in by himself and then Huanfeng goes in by himself. And now 2v5 contest on the Baron. They're going to be able to stop this happening, I think.
They're trying to scare him away, but SFM might have gotten a little too far. A little bit too greedy in the play, but Bin is scary. Wanted to be able to get the shock blast, and look at how low V5 are. Mul especially. That's the target that Bin wants to be able to get, but unfortunately, it does seem that V5 will be able to escape with their lives, but they have already peeled off of that Baron, and because they're so low, this could be Suning's play.
Oh, this game just suddenly got so tense. So Suning managed to push V5 away from the Baron. They started up themselves with the TP coming back. V5 are not going to let this go.
Wait, get revenge, get into the pit. He's trying to see if he can survive it, but it's going to go over to SOFM, and the fight continues with Lanxing and On being the first two casualties. BB God taking a lot of damage. Finally, he dies. Over to Angel. Trigger doing his damnedest, flashing towards Angel, but it's too much damage with the laser pointer. Bin on the other side, enough to be able to scare off Mole. They don't want to be able to continue this fight. They've lost the Baron. Bin, what are are you waiting for? That's my question here. You're going to be able to back out of that one, but that was a nail biter.
Okay, we don't get the rest of the replay. We got a fight at our hands. Dragon is up in 20 seconds.
He's got a lot of movement speed, and he wants Angel. They're going to be able to get the bear slap onto Angel with that unstoppable force. But look how low they are. Shock Flash eviscerates them, jumped into them. Longxing, you might be tanky, but it's not enough. They burn too much for Angel.
Everyone goes down on V5, and it's a heartbreaker for V5 fans everywhere because it felt like maybe it was finally starting to come together. But the problem is, with this kind of composition, it's kind of you've got a massive shotgun blast, but you realize you've only got one shell in the chamber. When the ultis are down, you run out of ability to team fight, and the rest of Suning collapse and eradicate V5. Now they can blast open this mid lane, grab themselves an inhib, and you can see Dragon done by SOFM, but Huanfeng's already up in the top lane. They're looking towards more objectives. Is on the minimap. Huanfeng can happily solo this Drake, and what you do as Suning is all you have to do is contest the Baron. You don't have to go for the Baron, you just stop V5 doing it while Huanfeng takes the Drake. Perfect macro from Suning, and now with Soul, they're in a position to potentially threaten the Drake themselves. They don't have TP for Bin, which means it's more difficult for them to pressure on the opposite side of the map, but Bin could just sit in the jungle and bully Wei out instead.
I love this, how clinical it is from Suning, how they're able to play this one. It took so long for Wei to be able to feel impactful, and now they're not even going. Oh, he does it! Wei steals it! Revenge is his! He's gotten the bear.
All right, the face check has to come through from Wei. Suning trying to hold ground here. This is going to be the fight that decides it.
It's going to be the fight that possibly can have it. We're 35 seconds away from that Elder Dragon, and I imagine that it's going to be a dance for some time before someone feels confident to pull the trigger. SFM, he's pulled back in, but look at how little damage he was able to take from that one. They're able to disengage completely. Sure, Ragnarok has been popped. They have to be careful of that, but same thing goes for Wei. He took way too much damage initially from the fight.
Wait, recalls coming through from both solo laners. Longxing and Mole both have teleport available to try and rejoin this fight, but it's 5 seconds till that Elder spawns, and remember, Suning can burn through that objective.
They're already using the TP to be able to join into the fight. Longxing, he wants to be able to get that unstoppable force into the backline. He's waiting for that perfect moment. PP God taking a lot of damage from Ben on the sideline. Nobody started up the objective. Wei waiting to see if they can pull the trigger for Longxing, pull the trigger for Mole to be able to get into that backline.
The longer this goes on, the worse it is for V5 because Bin is just hammering away at them. Same for Angel, same for Huanfeng with his Ws. They will just continue to poke out.
Starting it up, down a little bit. Not going to be able to get the shock blast on the trigger this time, but Ben just waiting for the cooldowns. And the Dragon has reset. Mole even looking for that flank to be able to get that huge shockwave.
Oh, this is so tense between the two teams, but look at PP God's health. He's 1 HP. The Scorch doesn't quite get it, but Trigger forced away as well. That's half of the team zoned now by Bin.
That means that PP God is not going to be a part of this fight. He's way too low to be able to join. And the snipe comes in from Bin to find PP God recall. And they had Longxing trying to be able to get into the back line. They got a lot of damage on that line. He's able to get the flash, but it's going to be traded 1 for 1 at the moment. Both supports are dead. 50% on the Elder Dragon, but they're not going to be able to have the shockwave. It's a lot of damage on Wei. He is threatened. You got to be careful. The flash comes in, but Huanfeng was able to get the kill on a Mole. Trigger taking a lot of damage from the Chaos Room. Here's the killer instinct. They were able to pop 1, pop 2, taking a triple kill, looking to see if they can make it a quadra kill out of Huanfeng, and that should be Suning taking the game.
Huanfeng gets the quadra kill, Suning get the Elder Drake, and they play it beautifully. The patience that we got to see from Suning here was exceptional. They understand what V5 needed, and they do not let it happen.
They find the fight they need to. It looked like Victory 5 might have had the dance working their way, but unfortunately, they can't win the game if they're down at 15. Munch, it happened again, and it's 2-0 from Suning. They're the ones who are going to rise up. They're going to be far more confident